Hey, Max.
Hi.
It's good to hear, Chen. Really glad. But no, it's been a pretty good day. Weather was nice.
Oh, it's tried to snow here.
Ow. Wow.
Well, glad it didn't.
Have you
really
considered telling it not to do such a thing? That
Raining all morning, trying to get cold enough to snow.
yeah. Hello.
This fucking Kamen Rider scene feels like it's fixed my whole week. Not fixed, but balanced. Should start watching Kamen Rider again.
I've always been more of a Super Sentai person than Kamen Rider. I got through Kamen Rider Zeo and I was like, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
No.
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 Why not?
Cars.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
See? Glad you see my way.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure nobody's ever said that to that response before, so I thought I'd let you hear it once.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm here.
Oh, also your cousin said to tell you hi back.
Good cousin.
Yeah, she is good. So, I didn't plan on not sending a reminder message. I apologize about that. My my kitchen was flooded.
Uh-oh.
Again? Would you stop?
No.
Like, damn. Like, I know my new
Fixed
chess
it.
piece is just sexy, but you ain't gotta make your kitchen that wet. Come on now.
All right, you get one. Okay. Wow, everybody's here precisely at 8:30. I actually was not ready for that. I'm gonna go find my slippers. If anybody needs to get water or anything, now is a good time.
My
Appreciate.
I'm gonna grab
Are they soggy?
My
They're
feet are
probably
cold,
soggy.
okay? No, they're dry. Oh my god.
I need to figure out how much dark matter I have.
You know, that's a good thing. I haven't looked at that in forever, and I'd imagine I don't have much left, but... You know, when we one-shot the boss, I guess I can go get more.
Yeah, we're just gonna one-shot it. Easy.
It's gonna happen, right? Everybody's watched 400 hours of combined guide videos. We're just gonna go in there and one-shot it.
I mean, you guys would lose a chest, because I've already cleared this week.
No,
And
man.
I won my fucking chest piece, so I'm almost pissed.
That's okay, Daikon. When we invited you, we knew that you came without a chest.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I think everybody's really ready for this fight. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, next week?
Has everybody...
I was gonna say next week. Does anybody have any opposition to me stealing the
Wait a
legs?
second.
Because I know it's free roll this week, but
It's fine.
I don't care.
You mean the boots?
no, the legs. I
Oh,
just
the
need them for
legs?
glam reasons. I thought I had already won them on this character, but I haven't because I've been passing on them because I don't need them because obviously healers don't go for those. But I just realized I won the chest today and I could glam it all and dye it all, but I can't because I don't have the skirt yet.
Oh god, he's gonna be pure white and on fire.
Yep, I already bought the dye. I'm gonna go pearl white.
Wow, so that's what you spent the allowance money I gave you on?
What are we talking about? Pearl white was only like 20k per bucket. It was cheap.
Oh, pearl white.
Yeah, it's not like...
Okay, I thought
No,
you,
pure-
I thought you
pure
got
white
like
looks
baller
terrible.
white.
No,
Yeah.
no. Pure white looks actually tacky because it's like matte white. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pearl
I'd
White's
imagine it
always
does
the
what
better
that
one.
said.
Yeah.
Also,
I was gonna
what
do-
fighter-
I was gonna do gunmetal because I love gunmetal, but it almost, like the base color of it is almost gunmetal. Like it's such a dark black, so I'm like, nah, it wouldn't stand out enough. So I was like, I want something that really pops. So pearl white looks the best.
Didn't press the button, right?
Somebody did not,
Oops,
so we're gonna
I
try
was-
again.
Let's do it one more time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. Was it for baby reasons?
No, I'm sorry. I was just tabbed out. I'm dumb.
Oh,
So
I
I was
was
gonna
about
ask-
to be like, because we forgive you if it's for
No,
that, but...
don't forgive me. No, I'm not gonna use that. I was being dumb. Sorry about that.
We use the
you'll
baby
save
as
the
an
baby.
excuse for being
Yeah.
stabbed.
What guide are we using? Got the AS.
The
Pretty much
one
they're all
that
the same.
Icon posted.
Yeah. Phase 1 is pretty much always the same.
Where was it posted at?
P8 trap. I put in, just for consistency, I put in the Renan video, Renan, whatever, because his phase 2 video is pretty much what everybody's been going off of. So, using both his phase 1 and phase 2.
Talking about in Panda Abyssos chat.
I know I put it somewhere.
You put it in raid strats.
Yeah, raid trap. There you go.
No, not muted.
I'm assuming that there's there's probably a really good, what is it called, a raid plan IO or whatever. If you look at like Ether PF Strat website, I'm assuming there's one there. I haven't looked at it though. But yeah, there's not many ways you can solve a lot of this stuff in phase 1, and there's like some jank shit you can do for uptime, but that's recently developed kind of thing.
from the, oh, I forgot to grab them last time. Do you still have them? I guess you do, yeah.
Of course I do. I don't have the prep markers, I had to delete them. So there's actually a lot of prep that goes out before we pull and everything, but we're not at that point. So let's do, I'm trying to remember, we have 2 people that are missing, right? Or that were missing, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so, okay, so what's important is go to your clock spot, right? Melees are going to be in the back. That's the most important part.
Yes.
Molten over, molten feeling, cool. And so essentially for a lot of the mechanics, your partner is going to be your person right here. So like Porky's my partner for a lot of mechanics in this. The only time that changes is during fourfolds, but we have to survive that long first. So focus on basically, yeah, and tanks you do your because you guys float a bit. But yeah, the main thing is your partner is going to be the person in your corner. Mineki, have you looked at the fight at all?
Other than watching you do it the other day, no. I just forgot
right,
to
you
look
did-
at it.
Oh yeah, Mineki brought the good luck charm, by the way, people. I was progging this fight all week. Mineki hopped in Discord, I started streaming, I cleared 2 pulls later. Fucking easy. So, Mineki's the good luck charm. Normally I am for other people, but like... Alright, but yeah, so essentially what's going to happen is it's going to be raid wide, and then there's going to be like a, he's going to cast a bar, and you want to pay attention to the name of the cast. It's either going to be Octaflare or Tetraflare. Octa meaning 8, Tetra meaning 4, and what that means is you either want 8 explosions or 4 explosions. If it's 4, then you partner up. That's why we have like a support DPS partner. And it's kind of stored, if you remember, what is it, E12? Like the Shiva thing where it was like stored and brought back later. He does that a few times throughout this fight. So what he's going to do, he's going to cast like Tetraflare, and then he's going to like draw lines on the floor. So you're going to want to identify where the safe spot is to stand so you don't get blown up by the lines. And at the same time, there's going to be one of those bird cleaves or a snake cleave. Snake goes through the center, bird goes on the outside, similar to P3. And it's also similar to normal mode. So you're going to want to wait for it, dodge the lines first, which are the white lines, okay? So you're going to want to stand in the safe side that's you know, the white line. So maybe I'd be standing right here, and then maybe it's snakes, so I need to get out. So I'm going to be standing here, and then I want to get over to the other side of this black line. So that's the main thing. Get used to seeing that, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, mark myself.
And there's gonna be, from doing it last week, there's gonna be a lot of feeling out as far as healing goes. There's a lot of damage. So use your mids. Let us feel it out. But just because there are going to be deaths and damage, I can almost assure that.
Not during these first things. You can actually like zero pre-shield. I think Nit obviously does zero pre-shield a lot of the things in this fight because of how weird they are. You might die.
Well, I just mean for me personally. It's just the timing thing.
Shit, I'm at 68k now. Fucking tank.
Wow.
But whenever you guys are ready, I'm just munching on salad.
I'll do that too.
What kind of salad?
It is a chicken Caesar. I'm boring.
Nothing.
Theoretically. But it could be so much better.
But yeah, generally for a lot of people, you want to be around your clock to the end, unless you know you need tough time for it. Yeah, I normally just like pop to pick up right now. See that pop the flare? That means we're gonna be spreading, okay? Volcanic forces lines on the map. Identify which is your free space in your corner. Yeah, corner is always there. Not for that! And then there's gonna be snakes. Both you're gonna want to be standing right here. Out of my sight! Oh my god, you almost killed me. Yeah, that was spread. So remember, like I said, it goes spread after that. And then this is the tank buster, so we're good. So. But yeah, the main thing is the lines go off first, and you have maybe one DCD to move out of the way of the burger thing. So, and as well as stack. What?
Yeah, he goes, what? When he passed it, it makes a butt sound.
A foot. Yeah, it didn't take.
He was talking about salad, okay? I was thinking about food. I just, you know.
It'll take quite a few polls until you're like, oh, I can clearly identify mine.
Yeah,
Probably the where the tank is Extra player, you're stacking the department this time. It's fine. That was better. It was better. You only lost one.
Oh, that was back.
Yeah, that was back. That was back. It was just a lot of healers because we're very busy during that time. I get caught by that. Okay, this is gonna be a snake or doggo. He gets bad doggo, knock back. Block spot. You will know my race. If somebody dies during this, it's just pretty much weird. Somebody will take a double hit. But this is the heal check. So this is known as dog one.
before a god.
I didn't even
A double hit during the macro.
So what this is basically a limit cut or a limit bonk. He jumps to the furthest person back and forth. So we'll have dedicated spots for that. Yep, I'm gonna go over it. I just wanted to let everybody see like what was going on first. So essentially, there's gonna be a duo that stands around that area, around this area, around this area, and around this area. And I say around that area because you might be like sometimes Porky will be here and I'll be back here if it's a spread, right? Or sometimes we'll both be stacking right here if it's you know Snake or whatever. And we need to be out of there. So it's just around this area is where you're playing. Melee will have up in this area for their movement, and the range will generally be at the back, or they'll be stacked with them wherever they are. But yeah, those are your 4 partner places. So the healers are going to be in the back with the melee DPS, and the tanks are going to be in the front with the range DPS. That's the first part. And then what happens is we have the limit bonk. If he becomes fat, doesn't matter where you go, just make sure you're on these markers. Healers, we can actually stand on that marker and this marker for a little bit better coverage. That's where I stand. That's where I've always stood. In a static setting, you could technically have one person go dead center, but it's better if you both just kind of slide in if you want more coverage. You don't need the coverage like I do because you have better range than I do. But what'll happen is for the big doggo mode, you have to hit knockback prevention, or if you accidentally fat finger it, stand around this area, diagonal from him, and you'll get knocked back to around right here. You will survive, but yeah, if you're cardinal, you'll just go straight in the block. So he's gonna jump to us, or rather we're gonna have explosions go off that hit us with those big ass boulders. You saw those, right? So 2 people are gonna get hit at a time, and it's gonna go off 4 times. So you need to count which one you are. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no notification, there's no buff or anything like that. You just need to know what number you got to. So like say I got hit first, I would be moving there. If I were one of the 2 first people, because both the number 1s are gonna go there, and both the number 2s are gonna go there, right? And then the group is gonna stack there. So diagonal, hypotenuse of the triangle is gonna be, it's longer. So he's going to bounce between 1 and 2 over and over. So the 1s are going to get hit first, okay? And as soon as they're hit, they move to 3, and the 3s go in. But, so the B is where the party is stacked, the 3s and the 4s. When the 1s get hit, the 3s go in, the 1s come out. He's going to jump to 2 and smack them. 2s go to the party stack, and the 4s go to the B. It's no different from like P6, just, you know, north-south kind of thing, same thing. Yeah, so that's all that is. It's really simple. Mitigation is very, very important because it is a heal check through both the rocks hitting and as well as this. I normally holos for this part, but mitigation still helps. If it's snakes, it's a little bit more complicated to explain. You'd have to see the debuffs first, but essentially we have these markers right here, and it's going to be group priority, similar to P5, where it's like you go north and clockwise is going to be group 2, and northwest, meaning 4, and counterclockwise is group 1. But let's just pull it and see if we can survive the, what is it called? Tetra and Octaflare. And any questions, feel free.
If we get Doggo again, I just sent you what I'm gonna try. I may be able to cover all of it.
I mean, I always ban Heima because it's the best place to clarify for ban Heima. But yeah.
No, but Panheima is gonna be necessary. But I need one healing.
Oh no, I don't heal at all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just try to throw up like Ferrocol if it's up. I might pre-shield it when we're getting to my spot or whatever. Pocket flare, okay. We're gonna be spreading. Alley, we're spreading. You're gonna have to run into the yeah, porg you came and killed.
Sorry, I spread.
Yeah, it's all good. It's okay, you got inside the black line.
Oh boy.
Oh, that ran not. Yeah, that's not good.
No. It's like I said,
I didn't realize
getting
that.
used to the line is really, really important because that line mechanic pops up throughout the fight later on. So it's one of those like it's a baseline mechanic that everybody should get used to. But yeah, depending on which corner you are, like since I'm corner 2, I only need to pay attention to if a line goes right here or if a line goes over here. That's basically how I can tell which spot is safe, because if both of those are outlined, then I can know that right here is safe for me. So that's the main thing. Is you only really have to watch 2 squares to see if these out 2 are deadly. If they're both deadly, then your safe spot's going to be inside here. I think there's other tricks to it, but I don't really know them. I just watch them while BTSing. So. Yay, legacy movement. Yeah, it does. It happens a lot. Like, literally every 3 weeks. That was awkward. Okay, you're gonna stay here, Porky. I'm gonna head to the back. Yep. Yeah, if the tank dies right there, don't even bother resing. The tank bugs are going. But that was clean. That was clean. Only one loss. So
I derped out at the outer end and I went in.
yeah, it's okay.
At least it was me that killed it.
I know. I mean, you're kind of
Because
lucky.
if anything,
that, like,
it'll be my fault.
yeah. Like, I mean,
You
you're
can
kind
play
of
the
lucky
first
that I
ball.
can stand here and tell you where you're supposed to go.
Actually, got me the first.
The first ball. So that's
But yeah,
Yeah, first
identify
ball
the
is like,
white line
oh,
first,
yeah.
identify the bird or snake next, and then try to recall, hey, am I threading or am I stacking?
Rest eternal.
Winner.
You don't need to wall frog, you dork.
Oh my god, y'all walled so
It
I
walled
think
so
Nicky just
quick.
went boom to the wall.
That shit was fast.
Somebody's to get that off
It
my
seems-
screen right now.
I seen an early poll. I'm like, bye.
That was hella early too, though. It was like on 3.
Oh god. I think Maneki hissed it was so bad.
I'm like a little bit early, and even I'm not okay with that.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of this prison.
Oh, what? Oh, I got it wrong.
It's okay. You gotta get used to the weird lines. The fact that there's like white lines and black lines. Kind of a pain. Mind you, I've had groups that have gone an entire lockout and still keep on dying to things like that. So like it's a very common thing. Hell, I do. Or I'll miss the Aqua Tetra call out.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of this prison.
Spooked myself. I was getting this all day off last week. Now I'm just working it out.
What? I'm not even DPSing. You guys
Same
crazy.
reason I'm
Dedication.
Duh.
Where are my sparks?
Oh, by the way, that early pull earlier was actually way
Okay. Now that we're past it, we can know.
Aaron brought the baby over to say goodnight. And let him just hang on to my headset. It
Aww.
was nice and all, but
He wanted to play.
I didn't know what the hell I was
He's like,
Don't
yo,
let him
cat
too
girl.
close to the keyboard.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of this prison.
If it's anything like Sans, Petra is stacking.
How is a band?
This fight is all about you and your partner in the synergy. And then you switch partners for certain mechanics because the range will stack to healers instead for melee uptime later on. That's the only time that they really stack. Gotta get off the rust, get everybody used to the lines and shit. Once they get that, then it's pretty much smooth sailing. It's like one mechanic at a time.
Rest eternal. The dark depths of this prison.
I think Packbot actually calls out whether it's like north, south, space or whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather know way to stop stuff trying to talk about.
That's for the group stack. Stack thing. Fuck that. I agree. But I know that you're like this. We're gonna move straight in. We're gonna move straight west.
That was nice.
Almost baited me, but I was like, no, he's
like,
wrong.
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
Yeah, it actually
it
always
was
sucks
easy.
whenever it's like wings, but you have to be on the outside, so you have to run across the no-no zone to get to your safe spot. It's even worse for range. But
Second guess myself.
remember, it's white lines first and black lines second. White line, black line, and then your spreader stack. But the spreader stack kind of goes off the table.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of this prison.
We're gonna be stacking. We could have technically been further back, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we would have been safe. Yeah, if you needed a time, like it's just habit. I use all the black lines because later mechanics may do a crosswise too. Yeah. Really good job. Really good job.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
And use the mitigation. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 go to 1. 2's go to center.
Before I
1 go to 1, 2's go to center. Oh god, bro. Dude, you gotta move like the moment that fourth rock blows up, you gotta be moving. That's just happened. I said the same thing.
Now. So where are we going for that one? Like, where is the team stacking at? Because when I was watching the video, it was center. I know.
Oh, that's a very old strat. Is that on the Rinon video?
It is.
Yeah.
So I asked,
Well, it's because they changed it and they call it updog now because updog gives uptime to the melee. So yeah, that's the only thing that should be changed. That's why I said like the stack is going to be a B, and the two, the numbers are going to be going to the center. Yeah, so the party goes to B, one goes to one. I can technically move some of these markers around mechanics because you don't see a lot of markers yet. Did anybody see if it's
Leave not for that.
here for me. Yep, and I just slide straight back. That was beautiful. Good job, guys.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Knockback prevention. Get back. Get back. Four. One's on me, one come to me, two go dead center. Yep. Now threes and now fours. Fucking brilliant! You just saw dog one. Exactly what. Right? Dog one. It's sad because you lose DPS later in the fight because dog was first, but okay. Now it's going to be illusionary. This one's really hard to describe. You just have to see it. It's going to be illusions on every side. You're going to want to spread out and square right in front of the bird. Melee's in front and bring one back. Okay? So you're going to want to be in line with the bird. So Porky, you'll be in front of me. Here, there you go. Person that got exploded, go to the center line like the car.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we each take an individual, what's it called, protein or whatever, blast afterwards. If you don't get hit by the first thing. It's baited on fourth. Good job on dog one though. Now, is that, it's very easy to solve, and now that you got it, I assume you shouldn't be there.
Wait, what was one? I didn't actually catch. I happened to do that by accident.
That's fine. So what's gonna happen is we go to our clock spots, right? And we're all gonna get the big rocks, right? That's why I told you to move this, because like
I
you
just meant
had to be down here,
Oh.
otherwise you were gonna clip me.
Is the 1, 2, 3, 4 who gets hit one first, second,
Yes,
third,
you
or
just
fourth by
have
the
to
rock?
count.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
all I
ones go
needed.
there,
Okay.
twos go there, and the party stacks here.
And then
It
three.
swaps, and then threes go there,
Yeah.
fours go there.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
it. You can kind of look at the debuff and look at the timer. It's you know, you might get it off by 1 digit, but at most you'll only kill one person.
It's jank to do that way.
Yeah, it is jank to do that way. It's better just to count it as they come out. But like if you miss the count, like if you're rezzing and you're a healer and shit gets chaotic, yeah, just look at your debuff and be like, oh, my debuff's about to wear out. I'm probably supposed to take the next. Because that vuln is what you go off of. So what we just had was illusionary, whatever the fuck. Okay. What we had is we had snake that was coming from where we are, right? So we had a snake right here, and we had a bird over here, right? So what that means is that those things are going to go off, right? So if they go across, then the only safe spot would be on this outer square right here, where I'm putting these markers, right? And there's those, and then there's going to be these on this side, right? There. Those are going to be your spread spots, okay? Because the bird went west to east, that's where we need to be. So I ran to B, right? Because I'm a ranger. So the other range from the north side would be a D next to me. My melee would be in front of me, their melee would be in front of them, and opposite. Like Allie would be over at 1, Molten would be at 2, so on and so forth. And it would be the same thing if it's north-south. You just go towards the wing, towards the bird, because the snake is going to kill you down the center line, whether it's north-south or east or west. So you run towards the bird. I do it off of sound mostly, but that's just because I'm healing, so I'm paying attention to a lot during this time. But really, you just want to be spinning your camera and look for the guy that summons the bird, and you want to be in line with the bird. So what happens is when we spread out like this, right? So I'm going to stand at my spot. So let's just say that my spot's here this time, right? And my melee's up there. I'm standing here. My melee's in front of me. One of us is going to randomly explode while these cleaves are going on. Whoever explodes gets a vuln on. So they run and they stack right here. They just go on the line. Just get on the center line somewhere. It doesn't matter. You can be all the way up here for uptime. It's literally just get on the cardinal line, and the reason for that is because the people that don't explode, they don't have that vuln debuff. So what they're going to do is they're going to go here, 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 and here. because the boss is still there, right? So it's a proximity-based protean that's baited onto 4 people. So by me running up and standing at 1, I'm going to take one of those and I'm going to fire it straight off into the inner card. Meanwhile, the people that flew up, they're just going to be stacked right here, right? So they're going to be safe from that. And then once that happens, there's either a spreader stack mechanic and another wings or snake that go off. So there's a lot of like bursty kind of healing right there, Allie, when we come center. Because like what'll happen is because we all like some of us will blow up, right? So that will have to heal. And then when we move up here, the people that take the protean, they'll also have to be healed before we can take our spreader stack. So that's just a be aware kind of thing.
Is this mechanic roll based?
Yes, it is roll based. So it'll either be DPS in or it'll be tanks and healers in.
Yeah.
In.
So just be like.
Yeah, so the call out can be tanks in. So generally, just people call it as like supports in or DPS in, because what that means is like we'll be right here or we'll be right here. You know, we'll want to be closer to the boss than the other one. But once that goes off, there will be another double cleave, but these are both the same. So it's either double bird or it's double snake. If it's double snake, then obviously I need to be outside of those black lines. If it's double bird, I need to be inside of them. But the twist is that while the double bird or double snake goes off, she's going to cast another thing. I don't know why they changed the name of it from Tetra or Octa, but it's Tetra if you stack, obviously, and then the other one is called Nest of Firebirds or some shit like that, and that one will shoot a protean at everybody. So for that one, we just spread out into our cloths. But you want to make sure you're inside the black line if it's inside or outside if it's the outside. So something like that. Yeah. So yeah, nest of something is the straight through things that we need to spread out for. What sucks is sometimes you can get double snake and then he casts nest, and so in that case, melee takes the front spot and your range, you run to the fucking wall because you don't want to be in line of the boss. The other option is melees can be nice, take a step to the side, and then we can stand right here as range. So we're spread, but still outside these black lines. Melees don't really do that because they might use a GCD, so just be mindful that as a melee, I pop sprint and I get to the fucking wall. Doesn't matter what I do. So that's basically illusionary. It's one of those things you gotta get used to seeing the black lines and the bird slash snake mechanics. That's the flame bite. Any questions about what you saw? It looks like you guys got dog 1 down. Now it's probably gonna throw a snake 1,000 times. So I'll have to explain that as we go. Good. And I will say this fight is harder than phase 2, so it's okay. It'll probably take us some time to prog through this whole thing, but it is harder than phase 2. And it's because the mechanics are really fast. It's like Barbaration, like shit is far out.
Press this turn. God damn something.
I think it's everything's an 8 man too. That's true, we're gonna be stacking.
Yeah, let's go.
I always zoom at that just so you know how. It just works really good.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Yep, snake, get out of the hitbox, out, all the way out. Watch your debuffs, you're going to want to pay attention to these. I can't call out what you need to do on the fly. So it's just one of those, look at what they are. You're going to have either a 1 or a 2. You're going to either have like the eye of the Gorgon, which is the red thing, or you're going to have the green thing. Essentially what we're doing is in response to the snake. I'm not not be looking at them when they actually appear. If you have to look in the spawn, you're gonna want to be facing away from them. When they spawn, they're gonna gaze, and then the people with the one gaze, they're supposed to freeze. And then the people with the one green stick, they run out there and blow them up after they grow. That's the overall thought process. We killed one.
I got close.
Killed two. Oh, we killed two.
Killed it. I thought I was supposed to get one.
I think it's. Oh no, Corky lives. Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know what course you're supposed to go to. I just kind of went for a second. I knew what I needed,
Yeah, you're in
but not where to go.
Yeah, you're in
Yeah. So, does anybody remember which order they spawned in?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it was like
Here, hold on. I'll marker it. Where is that?
Yeah, just marker the first two that spawned.
So
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Because there's a boss there, so we'll just say that it's like right there. So if they spawn like that, okay, group 2 takes the north priority and goes clockwise. Group 1 takes northwest priority and goes counterclockwise. So in this configuration for the first two that went out, yeah, perfect. So group 2 would take 1 in the first set, and group 1 would take A, right? And there's going to be some flexing, and it's up to the tanks and melee to flex. So if let's see here, I'm trying to remember what the groups are.
groups are 4 through C, A through whatever this number over here is.
No, like in our group. So like who's tank
just step into your life.
Yeah, step into life
party
party
arena.
real quick. Yeah.
Are you sure I'm wrong?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're group 2. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So essentially,
Yeah, okay.
what this means is like, say that Chen and I both have gazes. Obviously, we're both group 2. So it's up to Chen to go to group 1's thing. So if we both got gaze number 1, I would take 1 because I'm on the group 2 caster, right? And Chen would go to group 1's first thing, which would be A, and he takes care of that. Okay. I'm bad at identifying it on the fly. So if somebody's good at looking at the party list and being like, oh, you know, melee flex or tank flex or something like that, please do, because I can't identify it. It's up to you guys to identify it yourselves, really.
So that means I'm looking at
You and the to see if you have the same combination of one and the green or red.
Yeah, basically,
number
you're looking at yourself and whoever. I think it's Rolden. So you're looking at yourself, and you'd be looking at Mineki, and you'd be like, okay, well, Mineki is the same thing as me. I'm flexing.
okay.
Okay, that's the way to handle it. So Mineki and I will always be taking Group 2's cryo, and it's the same thing for Ali and Max. You guys will always have Group 1 cryo on whatever thing, right? So, but yeah, so the overall priority is I would be taking 1, and Group 1 would be taking A. Okay, same thing. Second one comes out, I would be taking B. Group 1 would be taking 2, right? And same thing if it's in inner cards, you know, same deal. It's north clockwise and northwest counterclockwise. That's the priority for it, and it's the same thing for the puddles. So if we have both puddles, same thing, melee or tanks have to flex. But the overall premise, snakes pop up, you want to make sure you're looking away from them. So like if they pop up at 1 and A, then I'm probably going to sit my ass right at C so I can keep DPS because I'm going to be facing the opposite. And then as soon as those are done, I'm going to pop over to here and wait for the other 2 to spawn so my back's at them. Okay. Be aware if you run out and you're the green puddle and you run out to A and pop it, you're run back to the boss, you're going to be facing B when it goes off. So you're going to want to be aware of that. Make sure to like take a step and turn around real quick, or just kind of weave and you can come down this way and then head up towards the boss at this angle, and normally you won't get caught by it, but that's just something you'll just have to, you know, get used to. It's worse when it's like this, when they're across from one another. Like sometimes they'll spawn like this and this. It's not an issue, because if you're running back to the boss at that angle, you're not going to get hit by 2 or B spawning, because you're going to be running back towards between them. That's the overall way to solve Snakes 1. Snakes 2 is that with a twist, but yeah, our goal is before snakes spawn, we need to freeze them, blow them up, freeze them, blow them up. That's it. That's the whole mechanic. Come back mid. We have to heal you up. You're about to take a raid wide right after. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it has. Any questions? Yeah, it's really easy, but it's one of those like don't greed. The DPS check may be tight here, but it is not worth killing the raid over 1 GCD. So if you have to look away for something, look away and then look at it. Like it's just not worth it. That's the biggest killer of PF groups is Snakes 1 and Snakes 2. Is because people greed the GCDs or they press a button like a cast, like I'll cast a heal or something on someone, and when I cast it, it faces me towards that person. And thus I get gazed by something and wiped through. So like things like that, be aware of. If you have to, just don't press buttons. Snakes 2, I 100% recommend everybody stop pressing buttons when the gazes go off. 100% recommend it. But I don't know. Can you aim?
I would not.
I think you can, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you can.
You can AoE, but I wouldn't.
I mean, you can obviously, you'll get used to the way to handle things. Snakes 2, snakes spawn everywhere at the same time, so that one, I absolutely drop a piece of keyboard. Absolutely drop it. Because you have to be facing a very particular location to not get frozen. It's not worth it. Especially because it's normally the very last mechanic of the fight. So. But, that's that. Any questions at all? Done, you think?
Good check.
Oh yeah, good check. 1 minute. Yeah, it's literally just for when they spawn or like when you're running back in or whatnot. Just be aware of them is really the main thing. Because if anybody gets frozen, then it's pretty bad. You can survive one down, but just the damage down in the fight of a rapier is kind of triggered. Petroflare, attack. And we're going to be moving straight west. I see.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Alright. Snake, get out of the box. You can tell because his arm turns into a snake or he gets used to that. I like to stay close to the boss for this just because I can rotate around and dodge the snakes better. It's up to you. Your debuff?
You are prey to be consumed.
I don't think there's flex. No. No flex. Group 2 is taking A.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay. Oh, I see.
That one, it's again, it's set to feel out.
Oh no, we'll be coming face to face with live.
Yeah, you can't move too early. You gotta wait for their like thing to go
Oh
off.
no, I was carrying the bomb over to.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just.
It didn't get petrified.
Awesome, you have the staring on this.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of this prison. Seer, let from low. Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Knockback condition. Lock pump. One's in the corner, two's right. Nice. It's gonna be illusionary thingy. So it's gonna be range. You're gonna go straight to the wall, and melee. You're gonna stay inwards to the birds. I want to be in line with the birds.
Leave naught but ash in your way. Okay, you took the hit, go on the cardinal. You didn't take a hit, go on the inner card.
Oh, I see. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what you doing there, Porg?
I wanted a hug.
I got
Sorry.
hit with the
4's safe.
hold on.
Hey,
Matt.
Chen.
I think that was DPS needed to stand center. And
Yeah, DPS needed to go cardinal, tank from the other end.
And you gotta stand like behind the line here. Like here is good.
You don't really have to stand behind. It's just it's baited on the 4 closest people. So like if you're getting uptime up here, you're gonna get baited because the other people are just gonna go right here. You just wanna because we have to sprint from the back. So like right there, if I'm back here and I have to sprint up to the 1 spot, it's gonna take me a second. So it's best if the melee take a step back, as long as they're still within hit range. I think they are. But
Yep.
oh, I think that all of us didn't move very far enough either. So. It's one of those, like, the moment the explosions go off, the people that didn't explode have to run it. They have to get in really quick. So,
Yeah, and it's
I'll try to call it.
dead too. Into the line.
Oh. Yeah, I died. I forgot that I was going to the purple side. So let's say I did want to ask, because I kind of had a thought in the middle of the mechanic that fucked me up. If we're... Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because if it's
Every time,
north-south...
yeah, those are going to be your spots.
So,
just like
okay.
3 and 4
I was
are
just
gonna
going to
be
ask if my team was covering south or not.
Yeah, we'll be both like right next to one another sometimes if it's north-south. So like all the
Okay.
corners will be
The other thing, we've probably only got till about 9:45 this evening, so people have to leave early. It's flex day, it's fine, but I just wanted to let everybody know as soon as somebody reached out to me about it. Okay.
So,
no worries.
quick,
Yeah.
quick question.
So,
You mentioned that like Allie could sometimes be back here.
yes.
Okay. Oh
So
wait,
the-
never mind. I'm dumb. Never mind. It
Okay.
hold on. I think I'm dumb because I would always be north, right? Like I'll always.
You
be
okay? Yeah. Think of it like your corner. Like where's your corner? Is your corner this one?
Yeah.
One. Yeah. So you would always be either right there or right there. Those are your 2 spots for the flank.
okay.
You each have a corner. So like Porky's corner would be either the 3 or the 4, depending. Because I will either always be right here behind him, or I will always be over here. And it just depends on whether it's east or west, north or south. For the-
So I
for the
was
birds.
dumb. I was doing it right, but I was overthinking.
Yeah, your corner is your home, essentially, for a lot of mechanics in this fight. The only time that it kind of flips is Thorful, but that's because the whole raid group is rotating each way. Yeah. So your corner partner is your partner for pretty much the majority of the fight.
Entry close.
I like it when there's a question mark at the end of it. I think I'm dumb, but I'm
Yeah,
not
like,
sure. Like, I
It's
love
like,
it.
I know I'm about to ask what is either a good question or a stupid question. Turns out it's probably an okay question. For me, it was
No,
a
that's a
stupid
good
question because I was doing it right. It was
So
like,
it's a good
oh,
question because it answered the question I asked in a bit more detail. I was like, wait, how do you know I'm just magically south here? Is this like boss relative?
yeah, I was like, oh no, do I have to figure out how to
That's what I
get
was
my ass
thinking.
south? That's what I was thinking after he. Yeah, do I need to figure out how I get south? Going across the not my
Although
face.
you will for circles. We'll all have to It's a hard fight. It is. That's very good tracking. Luckily, something about the way they all actually get well. If one dies, the other all dies. Or another group will take it over, depending on which group it goes on. Whoa! You got fucking.
I even had mid up, and it just wrecked.
I think Chen.
Yeah.
Died before I can rest. Yeah, something wrong. Chen's gonna die of a dodge. It's a good bit of them.
I even had mid up. Like I pre-woke my mid.
Yeah, I didn't have my new up. I used that one GTD to res Allie instead of healing.
Well, see,
I just didn't have enough.
that's the other
Yeah,
thing.
you were only.
That's the other thing. I usually spot heal Atria right there, and me being dead, that did not happen.
Yeah. Like no Numa, no spot heal. You did.
Made me sad.
Yeah, because I'll normally Numa and then weave in my tank mid on you. So you got
I
neither
missed when I was playing Reaper and I get your protects from Paladin. You cover me. We should bring that back.
And mostly it was intervention.
Yeah.
I can set it up pretty well.
That was a joke.
I can actually do it.
Acting doesn't think.
Yeah, back. We're alive. Knockback adventure. Backward. Okay, one's on one. Okay, three's in the corner. Four's in the center. Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to look at it. I'm not gonna all tab into that shit.
My guy.
Alright, Blueberry. You're going to where's the bird? Line with the bird.
Leave not but
In line.
ashes your
Not
way.
in the bird. In line. Can be north south, north south. Okay, I exploded. I go to the Cardinal, DPS in, DPS in. Yeah, we all move in for heals. It's going to be nets with flame vipers. We need to spread. I'm going to be running through here, dying. Oh, I live. Now there's going to be a bait on this. I normally Numa right here again. Safe spot is 4. And we're probably going to die. I definitely. For me, it's God, it's that 80k life, you know?
fine.
We get that up.
Shall
It gets bigger every time he describes
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
That sounds familiar.
And now it does whatever we didn't do. Now we get snake because we just did dog. You'll always do one after the other. So now we'll just get the debuff and do that. I wonder if we get this all of them. Nope, we only get one.
It just kills.
Yeah, just like a whole row of that shit.
Good luck!
It's all just so quick.
Yeah, it's fast. I mean, this is the final fight, so it's actually faster than the next phase. The next phase is much slower than this. But do you guys see what I mean by, like, you know, one of you explodes, the other one doesn't? If you explode, you go to this line. If you don't, you run into the inner card. So you can bait those 4 lines.
rest eternal, dark depths of this prison.
That's where you're attacking.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
And just so you know, you can't even tank kills that with the one shot. With your debuffs, I don't think there's no swap. Looks like a win. Just know which order you're going in. Group 2, you're going to A. Group 2, you're going to A. It might be snakes appearing. Group 2, you're going to B. It was almost. Hey, that's the raid wide, by the way. And then both the snakes are alive will blow you up too. Yeah, if 2 snakes are alive, it's not alive.
I had the second bomb.
Yeah, so if you have the second bomb, you go to the second snake. Like, so the second 2 snakes, and you go to whatever group you're in, which is group 1, I think, so.
Yeah, Molten,
go-
you went and basically committed suicide on me.
Don't. I think it's the most personal responsibility kind of mechanic in the whole fight is snakes. I think it's why it wipes PF so much. Because if literally one person doesn't do their job,
Rest eternal, dark depths of this
it's one of the things you have to keep on your mind.
out of my sight.
drop box. What do we got? Snake?
You are afraid to be consumed.
It's gonna be Corky Flex. Yep, Corky Flex. Yep. There's two, you take one, you take two. Good job, Tim. Make sure you face away from you. Yep. Roll them up. We're missing a poison. Oh, you double poison that one. We can mitigate to survive this. Oh, you got it. Yeah, I got max up. Yeah, that was your one. There's two you take for the number 4. Like, you froze the right one. You did. It's just the other poison. You guys both. Alright.
Leave not but ash in your way.
Was there though? It's gonna be east-west. Spread out east-west. Melee's in front. If you blow up, go on the cardinal line. Cardinal line.
I didn't back up.
That's the flame vipers. You're gonna want to be outside black lines.
So for the second set of snakes there, why was
3, 3, 3. Go to 3.
one side?
I don't think I got it. We're gonna die. I'm small. So what was it? Second set of snakes. What?
Why was I
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
You both had the switch because you were the same number.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, if both.
Oh right. Okay, then I need to call it out there.
I wonder if it is that way. Like, I've never paid attention to it. It's not something I do work. But
Normally I would say range adjust because that's kind of how it normally goes, but
the problem is
I've watched
half
other good always
it's always tank melee. Yeah, it's always tank melee because you guys can maintain uptime all the time. Obviously Mineki can, but you know Max may not be able to, and Allie and I definitely can. So that's fine. But okay, so yeah, if it's melee flex, I'm assuming it's both of you guys have to flex, not just one.
Yeah.
So that would mean that.
Yeah, both need to call it out.
I mean, if we're both doing it, I said something about it last time, so...
Yeah, but I didn't know that it was both melee, if it does come up like that. I thought that it's just like one person might have a switch debuff. I didn't even look at the green ones, I just went down the list for the gauges. So, yeah, it's one that's just like, look at your group. I know there's a way to customize the party list. Yeah. Yeah, so if any of those 3 people have the same buff as you, then, you know, you'll have to flex. But make sure it's only if they have the same number too. So like if you're like the second case and they're the first, it doesn't matter. It's only if you guys share the same like set snakes. Yeah, if you're both like a 2-dot and gaze or a 2-dot and you know poison.
Yep.
That was almost perfect. We're close. I mean, we'll still wipe to that every time almost, just because you know, every night we'll have wipes to the same mechanic you've already done. It's why progging this took so long.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of this prison.
Yep, it's pretty much an 8. You can stumble through some things now that people understand it, but yeah. The second phase is 100%.
Right.
Yeah, let's come home. Leave not but ash.
time a tank dies, she's like,
I just want to see the 700k damage. Because it hits me for 700k here. What?
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
This is not Millennium Blade of Nicholas.
Blade of Nicola.
The blade of Michael.
Millennia?
Rest
Yeah, unless you're like supporting it. Don't do that. I didn't even attempt to run. Easter Fun.
There was no provoke on top.
Yeah, that's okay. Make sure you hit that. Make it out of the box. Hey, pay attention to your debuff.
You are afraid to be consumed.
Yeah, it looks clean. Yeah. Know which snake is yours. What's the bottom? Oh my god!
I can't believe I got to.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's fine.
I moved.
I think my gaze
That was my-
really weirdly.
Yeah.
That was my first time having. Sorry, that was my first time having poison. Do you have to run out after the debuff falls off? Or that's die to damage?
No, you won't die. You won't.
You actually, Allie might.
Okay.
No, Allie should have enough HP.
I actually pretty sure I did.
Well, we also had one of the gates go through the group, so if you got clipped by that, you really do have to be at 100% life, and you do have kind of a low HP, so you might have died. I normally pre-mit that, but I haven't been.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
it's
wasn't
not
sure what
something that
happened.
in clear groups, the healers don't die to that because they're overgeared, I guess. But yeah,
That's
it's
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the second.
The squishy people, if you have people that are undergeared, yeah, they can't die to it.
Yeah,
When they run out.
Like that.
Yeah, that was checked, I think, which is fine. It's the
Yeah.
like, we're still living it. But you guys are going to the right snakes and everything. Yeah, if you get hit by a gauge, you're 100% dead if you have poison. The moment it goes off. But
Is it based on just where the snake spawns or where it starts from? Where it ends. Okay, yeah.
yeah, where it actually pops up, like where it becomes a snake rather than an eyeball is where the gaze goes from.
Gotcha.
You go for another pull?
Yeah.
Yeah, one more.
One more, this is the clear. Right there. All you do, you don't even keep going. Give him a quick snake.
Rest eternal. Dark depths of fruits of sacrifice. You are afraid to be consumed.
Oh yeah.
Still gonna hit that one?
I'm sure I knew it. I got the snake though.
Oh shit. The green thing is the explosion, not the...
Yeah, not the
Damn it.
Just wait until snakes 2 where there's a green thing, a blue thing, a circular gaze, and a normal gaze.
Oh, it's like turn 7 all over again.
And really quick, on the games and stuff like that, remember that Team 2 goes counterclockwise. Or Team 2 looks starting at A around the 2. Yep. And then Team 1 starts at 4 and goes to 2. So
It technically goes all the way. But yeah. The direction is right.
Yeah, so like on that one, I think we had Team 2 going after the 1-on-4 when Team 3 should be going after the 1-on-4. On that last one.
For the second set snake.
Yeah, for the second set
Yeah.
of snakes, we needed to do, like, I think all Team 1 piled on before, and I gazed all of them. But yeah, this is a no. But yeah, Team 2 goes clockwise.
The gaze, the gaze. Yes, the gaze,
Yeah.
gaze, the gaze. So that was good. You guys, kind of got snakes and doggo down.
Yeah, we got a good basis of starting.
Yeah, we got to get illusionary cleaned up, and then you'll basically be halfway through the fight. It's that easy, right?
Yeah.
4 folds is the halfway point.
Easy.
Yep. All you gotta do is do 4 folds, which is just like the Barbarisia dodge kind of phase. Like all you do is just dodge shit. And then after that, you have Doggo 2, Snake 2, and Enrage.
That's with the remembering which order he stomps in, right?
What do you mean?
With like the, you get the knockback back in the middle, and then you have to remember which direction he...
That's actually Doggo 2.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's Doggo 2, okay.
Yeah, 4 folds is where like the weird flame pillars are, like the dragons are jumping between spots and stuff.
Oh, right.
That's 4 folds. But it's like you have to spread or stack at the same time, and so like you might be consolidated to a corner in light parties, or you might be consolidated to like one side and all spread out, or so that's where there's a priority system where you use east, west, and things like that. So.
Yeah, depending on which puddles the snakes jump to.
Exactly. But that was pretty good. You guys picked it up pretty good. Getting used to the lines and the bird/snakes is the most important, in my opinion, because that's used the most throughout the fight.
Yeah, it's just
It isn't
getting used to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad of a fight. I think the problem is that there's very little room for error compared to previous fights. Like a lot of the mechanics, as you saw, if something goes wrong, it goes really fucking wrong instantly. There's no way to recover a lot of things. So I think that's what the issue is for most PF groups. There are places where people can die and you can recover, but it's not very good. Phase 2 is even further down that line.
Okay, so
Hannah left the FC.
meet back to
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nothing bad there. She wanted to go find her own group of friends, because, like, she's
We're
not
kind of
really
a raiding
raiding
community.
her.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh.
It was her idea, and nothing wrong.
Yeah, I was
Just
like, why did you
If
do
I
that?
catch that bitch in jelly, we're gonna have words, though. All right.
Oh, someone left you.
That's fair.
That's a little different.
I didn't tell her about that one, but
Someone left
she's just
KFC.
gonna look for a bigger place with people who talk
RP
all the
and
time,
everything.
because that's what she wants. Yeah,
That's fine.
it's a good idea.
she can go out and find me a waifu. That works.
She's just gotta dodge jelly.
She absolutely better not do that.
What do you mean? I need a waifu.
Yeah, but she's
her
not gonna
job.
spend her time in another FC looking at waifus. Okay?
No,
That's not happening.
that's her job now.
No.
She's recruiting. You're like, no,
No.
she's not gonna be speaking to other people.
No. Not like that. But yeah, I think it's okay to call it there because I got a couple of messages and